Well, obviously, a great night to be a Falcon and a great night for Bowling Green football. I've said it many times, but I'm so proud of our football team. This is a group that just kept working and getting better, and I still think we probably played our best football tonight of the year, and I think in the last month we've just improved. It speaks so highly to the character of the players we have in the program. I'm so proud of them, and it's a great moment for Bowling Green State University, our athletic program, all of our players. I'm just so happy and so proud, and that's it. What else you want me to say?
Will you talk a little bit about the offensive game plan? What was the game plan?
We're going to throw it. So we thought we could throw it. We thought we could get open. We thought we could protect. And, again, they have a great quarterback that deserves all the accolades he's gotten. We have a really good quarterback, too.
Dave, I know you thought you could win. Did you think you could win like that, though, that convincingly?
Oh, you know what? Every week I tell our players we don't have a shot, and they get all mad. So they try to prove me wrong every week. The defensive guys get all fired up because every week I tell them how great Jordan Lynch is or how great Brandon Oliver is, and they won't talk to me for 2 days. And, they spend all day trying to prove me wrong, but they prove us right. We've become a very physical football team on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and our defensive front has just played lights out. Again, nobody's going to stop those guys, but a lot of the plan on offense is we were going to have to go score for score, and if we could play with the lead, we felt really good about it.
Dave, like you said, nobody's going to stop him. Nobody's stopped Lynch all year. You're really the only team that's contained him. Why are we able to do that?
We have good players, and we have good coaches. Our defensive staff has done a great job all year, and these are a lot of the same players that 3 years ago we were 2-10, and they were calling them the Swiss cheese 11. So they just worked hard, and sometimes it takes time to build a program. It takes getting the right people on board and the right coaches, and even a couple years ago, we saw it. We saw what some of these young players could be, and the credit goes to them that they kept working, they kept doing the things necessary to become better football players. I'm proud of these guys in every respect. Our GPA's never been higher. Our APR score is a new record. These guys are just they've done what we've asked them to do. They've bought in, and we always believed that they'd do that. This would be the result.
Is it also a factor that the offense gave you a lead and kind of
No question. The opening drive, you come back the second drive, you kick the field goal. We played with the lead the whole game. It was 0-0, 7-7. After that, we led the rest of the game. And the other thing is, they've been a great second half team, and we've been a great second half team. And we talked all week about, they've had games that they kind of let teams hang in there, kind of how we did earlier in the year. And then in the second half, they just blow them out of the water. And we did not think if we could get a lead in the first half, we've been a great second half team, and we felt good about our ability to play with them.
Matt, were you motivated to be the best quarterback on the field today, and do you think you were?
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about Jordan Lynch, being up for the Heisman, and but it's well deserved. He's a great player, but I did take it a little personal, just a little motivation. But when it came down to it, you still just got to execute the plays that coach calls, and not get overwhelmed and that kind of stuff.
Talk about the time you had. There was one time we saw the replay and I counted. You literally had 5 seconds to throw. Talk about what your line did to help you have the day you did.
All year. It wasn't just today, but all year they protected me. I think we only really had one play where they had a missed assignment. You can't ask for anything more from an offensive line. And we saw today when they do give me time, and the receivers run the right routes, and I'm able to deliver the ball. We could put some points on the board.
Any play in particular that just kind of seemed to be an exhale moment for you?
I'd probably say the first drive of the game. Nerves are flying. MAC championship. Number 14. Team in the country. we were able to go down the field and we were able to score, and I really think that helped us calm down, show us that this team they can be beat. We believed it all week, but to come out on the first drive and put it in the end zone really helped.
Matt, a 6-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter to Travis. Was that play planned out in the huddle, or did you improvise?
Say yes.
Yes. No, it's that was Trav's route all along. I just got flushed up in the pocket, and I just wanted to get him the ball quickly, so just shovel past it.
Matt, all week the focus nationally was on Northern Illinois and their BCS hopes. You guys made a statement. Can you talk about how sweet it is for Bowling Green to kind of steal the national stage today when it wasn't supposed to be yours?
Yeah, it feels tremendous. Not only for the national stage, but we met the goals that we set, back in the summer, back after last year. We came up one game short last year, and we made it a point that we were going to get back to this, go back to this game, and it feels great, because like you said, we were the team that Northern Illinois was playing. They were gonna go bust the BCS, and that really motivated us all week, and we brought it out on the field.
Man, when you talk about motivation, was the All-MAC announcement, was that, and you are not on the team, was that any motivation?
No, not really.
Should I ask a follow-up there?
No, it was a little motivation, but it didn't bother me as much because I had an opportunity to play for a ring, and we did it as a team. We didn't do it because of me. We didn't do it because of one other guy. We did it as a team, and I'd rather have the ring than be first, second, or third team All-MAC.
Coach, after the loss to Toledo early in the season, it seemed like the team just kind of clicked, just flipped the switch. Can you just talk about what you saw on the team coming in on?
Well, I mean, for whatever reason, it just seemed the first 7 games of the season, we just weren't playing with a sense of urgency. And we played some games earlier in the year against teams we were better than, that we just kind of let them hang around for a half, and then we'd put on the steam in the second half. And I think Toledo was the wake-up call that you can't spot a good team 21 points and come back, even though we came back to take the lead. And it just, I don't know, sometimes it takes a painful loss, and you got to get bit by it before you buy into it. And after that, we've been a fast-starting team. So we.
And out of halftime, after Northern Illinois marched down the field and scored, was there a specific message you told the guys coming into the rest of the game?
No. No, I mean, and I'm not trying to be coy with you. We have a veteran team, and to really think that a coach is going to say something at that point that's going to change things. I mean, the fabric and the character of your team is built through the offseason. It's built through camp. It's built through the season. You don't get to a 13th game in the third quarter and say something that's going to change things. I mean, this group has been so much fun to coach, and again, I can't say it enough. We have such high character guys in our program. We recruit it. And I'm just so proud of these young men. And I really wish you guys would ask Alex Baer a question and Aaron Foster, because you're going to feed their ego that they think they're up here just for their looks.
Alex, as a senior, what does it mean for you?
I mean, there's nothing better than you could ask for. We talked about it all week from where my class has come from. And Foster's class being a fourth-year guy, we started at 2-10, and we gradually got better. And this was the year that it was all supposed to come together. But we knew, it wasn't just going to come to us. We had to work, and in the off season, and guys, stepping up all year. It's been a fun year. It's not over yet, but this is no better feeling than what I'm feeling right now.
Alex, you said that you were going to throw it from the outset. What was it that you saw, particularly in the middle of the field, that made you think you could go down the field against them?
We felt really good about our ability to, protect and attack the coverages and throw the football. I mean, sometimes you go into a game and there's certain matchups you like, and you hope you can exploit them. And again, we went into it this week, and we just said our first meeting about the game. I mean, Coach Ruggiero said, "Man, we got to protect, and if we can protect this week, we're going to be able to throw it for a lot of yards." And
Specifically in the middle of the field, is there something, was it scheme-wise?
well, I mean, they're a too-high team. You know, they're a quarters team, and they don't pressure a lot. And if we could block a four-man rush, we thought we could get some guys open. And I'm sure they had a plan for us that they thought they could exploit. So, I mean, that's football. Every week you get a game plan ready, and you take what a defense does and what they try to take away, and you try to exploit the things that maybe they test you. And they do that for a reason. Their two defensive ends can rush the passer now. And the tackle, Bishop, is a really good player. And eventually they just wear you down with their pass rush. So teams have had success throwing it, but eventually they get a sack, they get you off schedule, they mix in a pressure, and we were going to have to play really consistently today.
Aaron, you've heard all this talk about offense. Would you like to explain what went on your side of the ball to be able to contain Mr. Lynch and down?
Yeah, I think it's an testament to Coach Elko. You know, he really stressed us getting our run fits right and our shifts and being able to read the motions and read the tackles and everything. And I think we just, we're a great defense and we play really hard. And when you run to the ball and you tackle, it makes it really hard for offenses to have success.
And how about yourself tonight? They tested you a few times on a couple of deep balls, and then about the third or fourth one you picked off. Just talk about how nice that was.
Well, it's been about 51 games that I played in before I got a pick, so you can imagine it was a great feeling. Coach always wants us to take it down the near sideline, but he wasn't getting that today. There's no way I was doing that. So.
As far as you could.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a problem with seniors. For 4 years they listen. At the end of the career, they think they run the program.
Aaron, to piggyback on what he said, you're a West Bloomfield product. You grew up here playing, watching Detroit Lions. What was it like that moment, being on the Detroit Lions with the team you watched growing up, coming back for your senior year?
It was a great feeling, but I had to get rid of it quickly because I knew I had a big game to play, and my team needed me to be focused on the task at hand. So, I took it in, and then just as quickly, I got my head back on the game.
Aaron, will you talk about the play where Boo had been off the field the play before, Pettis was deep, and you came over from a different guy to knock the ball down in the end zone. Can you walk through that?
They ran two verticals on my side, and then I was actually splitting the two receivers, and I saw Lynch throw the ball up. So, I just did my best to climb over to the second receiver and make a play.
Gabe, you said earlier this is a veteran team, but you got a sophomore quarterback, sophomore running back who could enter next year as the best quarterback and running back in the league, plus a freshman receiver who went crazy in the first quarter. This success appears to be sustainable.
Again, there's a couple ways to build. You can build for seasons or you can build programs. And, when people were trying to run us out of town 3 years ago because we were 2-10, at that point we were redshirting players and we were trying to lay the foundation because when we got good, we wanted to stay good. And, again, a lot of people aren't allowed to do that. I'm very fortunate that I had a president, I had an athletic director that allowed us to build the program the right way so it can sustain itself. And I think we're good this year. We just won a championship, and I think we're built to be good for a long time. And but I'm going to enjoy this class. Your first recruiting class is always special to you because those guys chose to come to Bowling Green when we had no track record, and they kind of had blind faith in us, and that faith was tested through a tough year when we were 2-10. And to their credit, they kept working. And it's really special to be able to share this with them. There's a lot of emotion on that field, and it's not just winning a football game. It's the relationships that get developed over 5 years, and that's what makes coaching college football so rewarding, and especially working at Bowling Green because it's that type of place.
Coach, you talked about the support you get from your president and athletic director. Is it fair to say you're not expecting any complaints from them about costing the school?
Lynch down.
I think as we moved out through the game, you begin to see that people are still human. A lot of the media people, they like to hype them up as being in this player that can't be stopped, can't be tackled, can't be contained. And I know, we took that really personally. We wanted to make sure that you guys knew that he was still human. So.
Do you guys feel that you're better than coming back up here for the Pizza Bowl?
We would be thrilled with anybody that invites us to a bowl. That we're very fortunate in the MAC that we have 3 bowl tie-ins that have been very loyal to us, that they were there for us when a lot of people didn't want MAC. So we were, we're not better than any bowl. If a bowl wants us, we're going to be thrilled to be there.
Matt, after you first started Tulsa, did you even have an idea or a thought that you'd be in the MAC championship game going for 5 touchdowns, win the MAC championship?
Maybe not the 5 touchdowns, but yeah, I mean, like Coach said, we believe that we belonged here, from the start, and like I said earlier, it started after the Kent loss, and we knew that we were gonna have a lot of guys coming back, and this was gonna be the year that we put it all together, and after the Tulsa game, and then we went to Kent, and Coach told me I was gonna be the starter. I wanted to lead the team, and fortunately I was able to lead them to the MAC championship, and then get this senior class their rings that they deserve.
Yeah. On the subject of 5 touchdowns, how does it feel to pass quarterbacks such as Bruce Gronkowski and Phil Roethlisberger with 4 touchdowns?
Hey, listen, I've got to deal with him 2 more years. Come on. I mean, if you're gonna, don't inflate it so much that I can't.
It felt good. I didn't know until right before the interview, but it feels good. But like I said, the win feels better.
Dave, don't hate me for this. Do you think you'll coach this team again? In your heart of hearts, do you think you'll coach this team again?
You know what? We're going to enjoy tonight, and there was rumors a couple years ago that I was getting fired, and you guys were asking me that question. And now that we're winning, you're going to ask that question. So. I don't hate you for asking that. There's other things I don't appreciate the question right now, and I know you have to ask it, but there's no comment on that.
Alex, you've heard you're going to pass the ball. Matt obviously was excited when you found out that the offensive game plan was to throw the ball. What was your reaction?
To be honest, looking at the game plan, I didn't really think I was going to get much action at all. And even on some of the passes that I did, it wasn't originally supposed to go to me. I mean, that's a credit to Matt. That's a credit to the O-line for holding up, and credit to the Northern Illinois defense. They defended our receivers, and Johnny was able to, find the second, third receiver, and he did that on a number of plays, and it just shows. I think 5 touchdowns. I think 5 different guys caught the touchdown. So it just shows. I guess everyone was excited to know that we were going to be throwing the ball.
Was it maybe because he threw the first one to Beck that he thought he needed to throw it to him, or?
To be honest, I think I was more excited about that one than my own. Me and Beck, have been playing for 4 years together now, and we're really close. I'm sure he wishes he played more. I wish he did too. So for him to score a touchdown in a game like this, I couldn't have been more happy for him, especially to start off the game like that. So, he was excited. He was excited for mine later. It's just the bond me and him have with each other.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. Congratulations on your victory.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.